I worked in advertising for 10 years in London, and by the end of my career I was on the board of Europe's biggest media agency called Mediacom, and as a board director there I was getting a lot of trade press coverage and dealt with lots of multi-million pound clients. I'd also won quite a few awards, one personally, all on my own, and then one leading lots of teams to that award success. So I kind of had a pretty successful career and didn't realise until we got Chris's great wealth of knowledge that that was really the route we should go down, which was the EB1 visa, which is the extraordinary ability, all based on my previous career. When we came out here we weren't entirely sure. We'd come out for the year and we were going to see how that year went, but pretty much in maybe quarter of the way through, only that, literally 3 months, we had decided that we wanted to give this a go longer term, and that it really suited us, very much so the climate and the people, but also that we think that this is somewhere we could be successful, and it's definitely the land of opportunity. Everybody really wants to help and be involved, and everyone's very interesting and valued opinions, so yeah, we thought this really does suit us. Chris's website actually really stood out as very thorough with lots of information, and gave me and my husband very much the impression that that Chris and his organisation really knew what they were doing. The other thing we really liked was that he was English too, or is English, and had been through the actual experience of trying to move from England to America, and therefore really was going to understand, what we were to go through. We narrowed it down to a few and had a few meetings with various attorneys, but nobody touched kind of how involved Chris was and how interested and how fully up to speed he was. The fact that we came in and talked about my husband's visa, and by the end we were talking about me, hadn't happened at any other attorneys. Chris had gone down the right line of questioning and seemed to have the wealth of knowledge of all the visas, whereas the other ones we met were kind of met us, heard what we had to say, and then took us down one road and weren't very positive, and we didn't really get that personal touch from them. So yeah, Chris was head and shoulders above the rest, and wasn't difficult to make our decision.